Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video, I'm play a little 10-5 Rapid. Start us up. Filippo from Italy. Let's see. Takes. That means my queen is going to be traded off. Unless, of course, we do a... We take first. We'll probably want to take back with their pawn. And they're going to have a nice center in there, and I am not. Let's see what happens if I back up this knight. See if they take here. Means like the 30-second video on my road to 2000. Very slow going though. Maybe I should change it to like the road to 1800. But I am preparing myself that this could be a goal that takes a couple of years to achieve. Started working with a chess coach recently, and I'm going to start to get a little bit more formal with my study and my practice. Haven't done that yet, but so I'm optimistic. Is there value here to pushing this f-pawn? Or push the d-pawn, take, that'll give me, get these pawns undoubled. My newly exposed e-pawn is going to have one defender with my knight, one attacker with their rook. Their knight is currently still pinned. Yeah, I'm going to try that. I'll assume they take, so Okay, so far. They take with the pawn. I'm going to take with my knight first, and then take back with this pawn. That'll let me move up my c7 pawn, because then it would be nice to get a queen out here to the b file. And start to look at this king side. We do have a fork on the rook and the bishop. However, you know, this bishop is under attack. I'm thinking maybe just take here with check. I would think they certainly take back with their other knight, and then I'll retreat. Yeah, let's do that. Push. Knight 2 will push. And if we need to trade a couple of pawns here in the center, I might be able to end up with a couple of my own pawns. c5, d4. Now if they push... Okay, so trying to break that pin. So obviously I can take, they'll retake. Just trading pieces. Can threaten the queen. Threaten the queen with a pawn. And if they shift down a little bit, then I can threaten again with a pawn. Okay, so let's see. If I threaten with a pawn, They don't want to move down. That would be bad. They can't move. Well, I could start to move down here, but then I can push away with the queen, so. And I still have the option to take this knight. So if queen drops down, I do a double pawn push. Queen drops down here. Scare away with the bishop. I don't think the queen... Oh, okay. Still might be getting close to time to take this knight. Take the knight, queen takes, push with the pawn. Take the knight, queen takes, push the pawn. If they take, I can take back with the queen. I'm gonna have to back up really quick though, because obviously they've got a bishop that can threaten me away. But if they don't take, yeah. Yeah, let's go for it. Still would have been nice to have that C pawn up there first, I think. Let's see. Opponent has a okay time advantage. 5.5 minutes to my 4. 4 1/3. I think pretty soon white is definitely going to want to start to target down here. Well, I really wasn't expecting that, so I guess I will see, I can't really, obviously I can push. They may take. Potential fork, but I don't think it's a really good fork, right? Because they can just bring their rook over. However, that would let me take and promote to a queen, which means my queen is not going to be at risk. Yeah, let's see if they allow this. They block. Gosh, I don't think I can save that pawn on c4. Guess I can threaten that b2 pawn. That's obviously going to be easy to correct or easy to protect. So, however, this may give me an opportunity to, I might lose that pawn there. Very likely going to lose that pawn. But threaten their queen. Bring my own rook out here on g6 to threaten their king. Okay, I would imagine take pawn. I'll move my rook over to g6. Don't like the fact that my king is lined up with their queen now. Okay, they're gonna block. Yeah, I maybe shouldn't. Yeah, I did that move too quickly. Bishop there, I think, would have been ideal. Because then their bishop, I think, is pretty much hosed, right? No, they'll take with the pawn. That's what they're going for. I didn't even think about their target. Okay, is there anything I can do with this? I'm going to move aside. They've got a 2-pawn advantage now. But depending on where this rook goes, I do have some potential over here on h3 because their g2 pawn is pinned. Oh, jeez. They had that for a while, didn't they? They did. Yeah, as soon as I moved that bishop, they could have taken. No, I guess my queen was protecting it. Man. All right, this got a little bit tougher. Okay, I'm going to move up here. First I was going to see if I could threaten mate, but I'm not too optimistic that that's going to work out well. So instead I will threaten this rook, threaten this pawn. If they take with their rook, I'm going to pause a moment. I'll go ahead and do a check, take theirs, and then take this after the fact and open up this F file. Same thing, I don't want to take. I don't want to open up that, expose that G7 pawn. So I'll grab another one. They take back with the f-pawn. Of course, that's going to open up this e-pawn. Let's see if we can't distract him a little bit with this a-pawn. I should probably move over here so I can help protect my rook. I think he's got me here, right? Well, no, I guess drops down here to back rank me. I can throw in a check first. And I think that may have been my saving grace. Give my king a little room. If they go for the pawn, I'll go for the bishop. king away. Up here. Now, not a very pretty win, but we will accept it. Of course, I shouldn't speak too soon. I can always stalemate or blunder in some significant way. Let's hide. Whew, okay. Yeah, I'm tempted just to hit that game review, but I want to be, I guess I'll do that, just to get a feeling for the percentage of accuracy. Wow, we're both very similar in the low 80s. And white obviously had a fantastic advantage, obviously pretty balanced going into the middle game. White really took the lead since I blundered a piece or two. I think they were up 5 at some point, 5 points. And basically a little blunder on their end opened me up for an opportunity to take over. So that was pretty good. But I'm going to jump over to the analysis. And I'm trying not to look too much at the lines until I need to. And I'm just going to move through the game, trying to keep an eye on the valuation bar just to train myself on what I could have done a little bit better. Good, but maybe not the best. Good, but I probably should have just moved away. Now with that pawn push of theirs, that does give me, based on the evaluation bar, that's helping me out. Yeah, this is where I really started to, mess up the position. It's something nice and balanced. But instead of taking, if I'm looking over now at the lines, sure, I thought I was going to rig this so it doesn't tell me, I don't want to see the feedback. I'm going to turn that off. Ah, yeah, so C5. I was thinking about that and even kind of regretted not pushing that C5 pawn, or that C pawn ahead to really start to anchor in this center, and obviously that would make my life a lot easier to have connected passer in the middle there. All right. Yeah, which of course allowed their queen to hop right in. Because remember, if that C5 pawn is there, then my bishop is going to be looking over it. Okay. Yeah. Wanted to create an attack here, but maybe it wasn't going to go anywhere. Yep. Now we get to kind of a bad move. And that was simply to protect against this square, but definitely to do this over again, I'd go there. Now look at that. That's not really helping me out, though. Oh, of course, because I've got that pawn is under attack. Curious, what is Queen A8? Ah, hide over here, threaten mate, which means this pawn is kind of a non-issue. Yep. And of course, white has a huge advantage here. They're up 5. And even my best moves or best options don't really, change much. White has got the game pretty much locked in. Okay, I think that was a pretty good move there. Doesn't really change too much, but it gives my opponent something to think about. Still, white's got the game. Now this is where I think I may have been better off. What did I do? Yeah, I pushed that A pawn, which I'm still not averse to, because obviously I used, that A pawn was tremendous at the end game to get my opponent to resign. But I'm thinking a queen move here to C2 may have been better, guard against that guard or help protect that rook. And they are suggesting A5. Oh, okay, which is what I ended up doing. Queen B7. Falling back over here. I guess. I don't really have any good attacks anymore, but it does help protect those queens. And Queen C2. Yeah, that was my consideration. But good news. Yeah, that A5 pawn push was the better way to go. Interesting. I just glanced up at the line, and they're recommending H take G6. Now, of course, F takes G6 is the second best choice, but A takes G6, a little bit better. Which, yeah, it seems like obviously this is open up here, this H file, but my king is relatively safe. It's not like they're going to bring the bishop in over there, so there's really nothing too worrying about it. Okay. All right, and that wasn't my lucky break there. Move the king away. There we go. That was the blunder that saved the day for me. Check. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and I guess the lines are just kind of continuing on beyond which we played. So, all right, well, that turned out to be a much better game than what I expected, and I feel bad I forgot to thank Filippo for the game. But if you watch this far, thank you for hanging out with me, and not very clean, not very pretty, but we'll chalk that off as a win anyway. So thanks for hanging out with me. Take care.